Hi everybody, Jared here with Day Traders FX. I hope you guys are having a great week. We've had some fun and exciting trades this week and a lot of craziness. We'll talk about it when we get there to the charts in just a moment. Quick little reminder that Friday morning is non-farm payroll. If you go to daytradersfx.com, you can join us for a live session to trade non-farm payroll. No register or no, you don't need to get a free trial or sign up for anything. You just need to put in your name and email address, and it'll send you a link to join the chat. So I hope to have you with us. Okay, so kind of a crazy day today. Dow looks like it didn't quite have as much reaction as the rest of the markets did. The Dow's up just a little bit, S&P's up a little bit. We had some big news today. And started with a little bit of UK news, which got the pound dollar moving a little bit, and then we had the ECB press conference, which was fairly significant, and this is where we see a big run and a big move on the euro dollar, and I'm going to talk about that in just a moment. Just a quick little reminder though, tomorrow, once again, non-farm payroll in the US and employment numbers out of Canada as well. So why did we get this big run on the euro dollar? And there are some theories about this and some interesting details. First of all, we saw, the news came out and the euro dollar made this nice little run down, ran down about 60 pips into support into this low of the year 127.50 area, and then it turned around and proceeded to head up 200 pips. Now, remember, I've been talking about this quite a bit, this little level right here, and this is 128.90. And so 128.90 is still a significant level, and I said I'd be long above that. But I was a little less anxious to get long above that, considering that about 2 or 3 hours earlier, the market just had run 140 pips to get to that level. I usually don't like to buy into an already 140 pip run. So we're going to talk about a few options here, but why did the euro dollar rally as much as it did? My personal opinion is that the statements and the comments that Draghi made during the press conference today really got things going. And what he said, I mean, obviously they did, but the specific thing that I think really got the markets going was the fact that he said there's no plan B for the euro. There's no plan B. There's no, okay, well, if this doesn't work out, here's what we'll consider trying. He just said, we're going to keep on throwing as much money at this thing as we need to. And markets always respond to central bank statements, especially big central banks like the Fed and the ECB and the BOE and the BOJ. When they say stuff, they usually do it, and to some large degree. And so basically that's what Draghi said. He said, we've put in a lot of money and a lot of time to making this work, and we're not about to give up on that. And so that's what caused this crazy movement. However, I'm still not 100% convinced that I'm ready to get super bullish euro dollar. We did, have some crazy candles, and we are trying to break out of this channel. We did make it above 128.90, and that's all good. And I think that will that movement will play out pretty nicely. But overall, there's two main factors that I am still fairly concerned with. Number one, we just need to fill the rest of this gap up here around. If we can fill the rest of this gap, get up to about 130.75, then show's over. Everything's fine. We're good to go. But if we cannot, once we get up there, then it's going to be really interesting to see how things behave from there. Remember that we are coming into the big pre-summer move, and I don't think it's here yet. I don't think this was the big pre-summer move, and I don't think that the euro dollar is going to rally all pre-summer, that whole kind of April-May movement that goes crazy. And so I think that this is a little bit of a relief rally. This is a little bit of an upturn, and I think we've got to fill that gap. We've got to take care of some technical levels, but I'm still bearish on the euro dollar at this point. But for the short term, here's what I'm going to be looking to do. You can see current market price is about 40 pips off that 128.90, somewhere between 128.90 and 129.00, a little 20 pip range there. There's 129.00, and you can see that we're only 30 some pips off of 129.00. I am going to look to get long euro dollar with stops just below the existing weekly high, which is 128.75, 77. I'll have my stops just below that, and I'm looking to get long on the euro dollar around 129.00, 128.90, 129.00. That's what I'll be doing for this euro dollar. That's pretty much all I'll be doing for right now, and looking to trade this up probably into that 130.50, 130.75 zone. So I think we might have another 100 pips, and then I'm looking to take this pair right the heck back down again. um, and kind of jump in and do some of that. So that's basically all I have to say about the euro dollar. The comments today were very, very strong, very bullish euro dollar, and now I think it's time that this starts to, finishes that movement off and then starts to get that big pre-summer movement, and maybe from 130.50, even 130.100, this heads down to 120 before the summer. That's just where I'm headed with this whole euro situation. But for the short term, let's buy right around 129.00. Have stops below 128.75 and take it from there. Pound dollar, on the other hand, is kind of interesting. We had a nice little pound dollar trade short here, and then this morning we obviously got this huge rally. Again, similar movements on the pound dollar, about 200 pips from the low of today. Big, big move there. Now, like I said, when the pound dollar, or when any pair really starts to make its pre-summer move, or excuse me, not pre-summer move. I don't know why I'm so stuck on that right now. When we start to make the 23 to 38% fib run, which we've already done here, from this high to this low, we've exceeded the 23% fib and then chopped around a whole bunch. We are going to complete the 23% fib run on the pound dollar. We will complete it. It'll make its way up there. It's going to happen at this point. The question is, where are we going to be able to enter to trade this up to 15400? And what I'm looking for is a little bit of retracement. We're going to have a big daily pivot point miss somewhere probably around 151.75 or so. It's probably going to be a lot of pips away. So right around that 151.75 is probably where I will be looking to get long pound dollar to trade up to the run up to 15400. So I'm looking again at about 151.75 and maybe as high as about 150, maybe 15200, but at this point I'd like to get in long below 15200, and I think that 151.75 area is going to be our money maker. So we're looking for that, and we'll see how that goes. And let's just look to grab some pips and get long in there and do some damage. So that's what we're looking for. Again, keep stops tight. This is a significant level, 151.75. So we want to have our stops just below this by a little bit, not a whole ton. Short-term opportunity, of course, the obvious is trading against a double top here. We are currently 30 pips off of this double top, and so there's opportunities to short this down to that missed pivot, and that will be a definite opportunity that we'll explore this morning, or excuse me, this afternoon. So that'll be something to keep an eye on. Aussie dollar. We've had a lot of activity on the Aussie dollar. We had a nice trade that made us sweat it out quite a bit here. We were short against basically 10500. Saw a big nice run down. Ended up closing it out at a medium profit, about 20 pips or so. And here it is bouncing around still. This is a big nice reversal candle, and this Aussie dollar might be ready to start heading lower once again. It's a lot less convinced and convincing of this rally than the rest of the pairs. Pound dollar, euro dollar trying to go strong. The Aussie dollar kind of tried, and now it's kind of not. We do have a big bullish engulfing candle right there, which is significant, but the fact that we still have this double top in place and this big pin bar right there and everything telling us that 10500 level is a strong one, I kind of like shorting against the high of that reversal candle right there. We're only 20 pips off of it, and I like shorting against the high of that and seeing if we can get a run back down into these lows down here. You can see that we had a pretty textbook double bottom here at about 103.85, which was our initial target for our trade. 103.85, we ran down there, got a reversal candle, shot up. Here we are with a reversal candle once again. So the levels to watch will be trading against this high, which is around 104.50, possibly again trading against this low, 103.85, and if we get a bigger run up, let's see how we react at 104.95, 10500. And I'm just kind of looking at really trading against levels right now. I'm not looking for breakouts, so I want to short against this. If that breaks, let's short against this. If we do short against this and we get a nice run down, let's get long against 103.85 and trade that up. That's kind of what I'm planning on with this euro dollar. Yen pairs went hog wild, crazy nuts, totally out of control on the Bank of Japan comments last night. More easing, about $75 billion a month, give or take, and you can see that all of the yen pairs said okay and have headed straight up. So not doing much on the yen pairs for the moment or any of the other ones. I think we have tons and tons and tons of opportunity on euro dollar, pound dollar, Aussie dollar for the moment. So we'll leave it at that. We have a daily wrap-up session coming in just about 2 hours, and I'd love to have you in there with us, and we'll see you guys there. Best of luck, and we'll see you in the chat.